What's up, everybody? Welcome to Brad and James, the live, fun, interactive conversation about
almost anything.
Almost anything. Hey, man, and it crashed again. Oh, well. I was trying to start a watch party so everybody could join in on my page, but oh, well on that, I guess. So. If you all didn't know, our studio is located in, you'd say downtown Laurel, right?
Definitely downtown Laurel.
So
in the old Mad Jack's nightclub,
that's right.
Actually. So we definitely downtown Laurel.
That's for sure. Mad Jack's nightclub. That is so awesome. I love that. I absolutely love that. I mean, I never.
Did you ever go?
No.
Okay.
I never made it to Mad Jack's, but a staple in its time.
That's what I've heard. I mean, I've heard and seen some of the pictures on like old Laurel memories on Facebook. You got some. There's a couple of them are on there as well. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're here in downtown, and downtown Laurel is still here as well.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you might have heard recently or read on Facebook, there was a bit of a, what would you call it?
It sounded like an explosion. It sounded like thunder. I guess like a loud thundering, like Mississippi.
Yeah, just a clap of thunder, and we're like, what was that?
Yeah, we know what it was. So
yeah, we were sitting here.
We still haven't figured it out.
We don't know.
Shout out to Laurel Fire Department that came down to
force.
To come down to check it out. So appreciate them always. Our first responders just so valuable. So man, just appreciate that. But apparently nothing. I don't know. Couldn't find what it was. So
no fire or anything.
Hopefully somebody wasn't playing a prank. If you did, don't do it again.
Now is not the time.
Because we got cameras.
We got cameras, and now is not the time. So yeah, but we're good. Everything's fine.
Won't catch no case for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Don't do it.
Don't do it, man.
Don't do it. Merry Christmas.
We got Hagen in the building tonight.
Yeah.
What up, what up?
There he is. So, yeah, we're all
here. It's always
here.
good. It's nice when he shows up for us.
It is awesome? Nice. I feel like, wow. It's like
when he's like here, it's like a tricycle. Yeah, when he's here, it's a tricycle. When he's not, it's two legs. And we go fast without him. But it's nice to have.
Yeah, it's always good to have
a tricycle.
Hey, I was doing my millennial duty. I pop in every now and then.
And you heard it here first. That's right. And he'll do it to you too. He's like, no, that's it. There are legendary stories about Hagen dogging people. We're gonna have Josh next time. Josh is back in. Josh got the stories.
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
About how many times they've gone over and like go to dinner and Hagen and was like, no, I don't want to go no more.
For real? No way.
Okay. Well, yeah.
That's me. Like before, it'll take me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'm like, nah, I don't want to go. But once you say you going for sure.
That's where I've gotten to where I'll be like, I'll let you know or something. Because here's the thing, I used to have a bad habit of like, I'll be like, yeah, man, that sounds great. Because in the moment it does, and then that day or night rolls around, and you're like, man, I don't feel like going out of that now.
Yeah.
So now I'm just like, yeah, I'll let you know. Because you don't commit to it, and you can back out.
But you can't. You can't make plans that way. How are people supposed to make plans?
You just don't.
You just wing it. You just kind of hope for the best.
Or either you never get back with them, right?
Yeah, there's that.
Which is what I have been known to do.
Which is awesome for friendship to do that.
Well, I mean, it's not like you're trying to be ugly.
But you are. But you're being ugly when you don't respond. Anyway.
Well, what about when you see people and you're like, man, we need to get together. And then
it's like, yeah, that's a great idea.
And then next year, and then it's like you realize we never got together. And then you're like,
it's just
but
something
you know
good
what?
To say.
We're gonna get together this year.
I think if you really want to do it, sometimes like, hey, we need to get there. Sometimes you got to go like, do we?
Well, yeah.
Do we?
I guess you just need to really think about it.
Maybe we don't have to get together.
Cade Pierce says you just wing it. That's what I'm telling you. I think he's a millennial like myself. So
Cade is a youth pastor. There is no way you wing it as a youth minister.
I'm gonna tell Brother Dave.
Okay, where Davey fitting at?
Where is he at?
Where Davey at?
His youth pastor is
always ask who all is going. Now, see, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
That's a good
it's
point.
Some people you don't want to be around.
That does determine
determines it. That determines
of whether or not I'm going to show up.
And that's acceptable for every place but church. You bring your behind to church no matter who's there. All right, let's put that out. That's the 12th commandment.
Yeah, you'd be like, who's going?
Right,
are you going to church
anyhow?
Sunday? Because if you are, I'm not.
He said, I was laughing at him.
Cade knows what's up.
Cade, come on now.
Yeah.
You know you can't do that. Where Jeff Gwinnett at? Where all these ones where Cade's mentors? Where they been? Winging
Yeah,
it.
right.
He said he was just laughing at Hagen saying that. He's all,
That's funny.
look at that. That's just wrong. All right. So anyway, yeah, but you do ask who's going, because that's kind of like, who all is going?
Now I do that. I guess maybe as you get older and you're like, you gotta start finding things out.
That's what I do.
That is a good one. That's
like
a good
people
one.
say,
who all
we
going?
all going to dinner. I'm like, who's all going?
Like,
Brad going. Well, unless we going to KFC. Unless we going to KFC, I'm not going.
Ain't going nowhere nice.
Are we going anywhere where they got like real food? I'm like, shoot. I'm like, no. Come on. No.
Hey.
If we going to have any kind of food experience, we going where they got
bad
chicken, steak,
experience
rice, beans.
this past week, did we?
We went to Patio 44. First of all, very nice,
Fine establishment.
In the Berg.
Absolutely.
You know, it was a Friday lunch deal.
I was there.
Which is difficult for a large group. So it's before somebody starts like, you should go in Laurel.
Right.
It's a little harder with larger groups to do that in Laurel for lunch on a Friday. So
we'll do that next
back
year.
up. You know, okay.
Use my saying.
So
Next year.
then. So it's Patio 44, and no, it was good. They had chicken, they had pasta, they had the Brad staples on there, so we weren't really
had lots
worried.
of stuff Bradley could get.
Listen, we weren't worried.
We were not worried.
We were not worried at all. So for that, sure, because I knew we were going. I'm like, Brad's going to that. I'm good with that.
Okay.
You
So
said
it's,
Thai food, or you would have said anything else. I'm a little sketchy with you on Italian.
No, man, come on. I ain't going to
Like Olive Garden, we'd be good.
Yeah, I love some.
Okay.
Ooh.
Outback Steakhouse,
Lasagna.
I'd be there with you with
Lasagna
that.
sounds good.
When we start going anything else,
That's we're just gonna have to do more of that next year.
Yeah. Do we?
Yeah, man. I mean, I ain't gonna mess it up for you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna make it better.
We had to
make it
ease
better.
you in with Captain Blues, and let's see how you act there.
Okay, we'll start somewhere.
Okay,
As
maybe
long
we
as
go
we
to
start.
when we go to Thai food, like
We can
Thomas.
do that too. I was there this past weekend.
Did you go again?
Went again, man.
Did you order the same thing you ordered last time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there we go. So here we go. That's where we go. That's it.
But yeah,
All right.
So
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, so what we talking about tonight? I just need to know where we're at.
man, well, I got a kind of a good little list of things going on. I wanted to hit the timeless Christmas recap from this
Oh
weekend.
my goodness! Holy cow!
Amazing
Hashtag
performance.
fire.
Hashtag fire. Thank you, Hagen. Right there.
I agree with you, William.
And with that, I was
Yeah.
just gonna say, if you were not able to come in person or watch it on the live stream, we have it recorded and they can watch it on YouTube and Facebook and our
YouTube
website.
may be the little
YouTube.
better, maybe the better option because the second service of Facebook started getting glitchy.
Right.
So, but you can watch either one on YouTube. And if you didn't, I'm telling you, we had an amazing time. And
it was
even
great.
the message, and
Powerful.
it just did something. We just got tons of comments, tons of feedback. We got Gabe and I received a message today about just a person that said they were looking forward to Christmas, but they weren't really looking forward to Christmas. They were looking forward to the year being over just because it's been such a tough year.
Yeah.
And they said that it just totally changed them to where they said, like, I'm not supposed to be focusing on like how hard the year was. I'm supposed to be focusing in on the love of Jesus. And they go, it changed. They said, I knew something changed because
It's like a shift
I
in
woke
their
up this
focus.
morning singing some of the songs from the program. And so, it was just so cool to hear that kind of, those kind of
That's encouraging.
That's
awesome.
encouraging stories,
Absolutely.
So several aces, just a couple people that had just been dealing with just church hurt. Just like hurt, and just saying like how it just encouraged them.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the whole performance and the set was just or the set list was everything we sang. Was not, it was all of it was so uplifting and encouraging and. Man.
How about the spoken word pieces by Becky
Spoken
Hooper?
Word. That's what we were talking about. Some of the things earlier that I just kind of really thought about that maybe I didn't think about before in the manner that she presented or they presented it. So fantastic all around. I mean, tech side of things, band,
when you all see,
guys.
I just want to say,
awesome.
it's a quality. So it's one thing like you when you're there in person, but I just want you to know like the online experience of it is phenomenal, and that is our tech team killed it.
They did. I'm telling you,
cameras, the mix.
Audio,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a greatest experience live as it was just as seeing it just on the recording. So encourage if you get a chance.
Really,
the link is posted there as well. It really was
to be able to do it.
Yeah,
number one,
it really was. It was.
We had great crowds and everyone honored each other and was safe, and it was just to be able to see everybody and just. When they really felt the presence, and then were moved by, I mean,
oh my goodness!
I'm telling you, I told Ashley, I was like, when we sing, "My World Needs You," I mean, you can't sit still on that one. When we come in with Jesus, it was just like
it was crazy. It was
man.
Crazy. Even the lighting that went with that. Joshua Pugh. Really laid out those scenes, and then Gavin on the execution. Just so key. So it was just a great team effort. We worked really hard.
We did.
As far as just everybody, the tech team, everybody worked really even hard to make it happen.
Absolutely.
For those who even wonder about just church or social distancing, you'll see on the video, we were spread out as well. We just had to even come up with a creative solution for that, but man, it was labor, but we saw what it produced in the end, and so but everybody did. It was everybody. It wasn't just was it choirs, it band.
Right.
It was tech team.
Well, that's the thing.
It was everybody.
Each group, I mean, individually, before we even had a performance, had been working within itself,
meeting challenges.
I was in the choir. Obviously, you kind of oversaw everything, I guess, but with us. We're rehearsing twice, sometimes 3. And then, but you just know the band and then audio and tech and visual. I mean, everybody was working there hands on in their area. And then when it came together, it was just a couple of rehearsals in and then game day.
Yeah, it's for real.
That's what I told Ashley Saturday night. I was like, it's game day.
Yeah.
And then Sunday morning, I was like, it's game time.
Yeah.
And I was fired up.
It was. And so... just encourage you, if you get a chance, the link's posted there in the comments, and just encourage you to be a part of Times Chris. It was just awesome. It was awesome, and it's one of my favorite services of the year, just because the gospel's presented in such a creative way, and it's just the
story never gets old too.
The people that invited family members, I had a friend of something about inviting his family members and how touched they were. One of his family had not been in church in years, and yet I remember we got to the kind of the end of My World Needs You, and that person who had not been in church in years was one of the first people standing.
Really?
Wow.
I mean, when you think about it's just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and the message in that one song, just for this year alone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just gosh, it's
what
everyone needs to hear.
For sure. My world needs you. That's for sure. So it was great. It
awesome
was so good.
List.
Totally proud of everybody, and
a lot of fun there.
I've always been proud of Passion Agape Church, but just was so just moved. It was just awesome. So
my dad, man, he
Brother Phil was there.
I know. I was like. We weren't 2 minutes in. He was already showing out back there, and I was loving it. So it was awesome, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was awesome. So appreciate everybody for that. Check it out.
Also tonight we saw 2 planets
aligned
to form the Christmas star.
It was cool. They didn't quite align from Mississippi's
from our viewpoint, but
it was cool.
We saw pretty close.
Those were 2 planets.
The planets were, do you know?
Jupiter and Saturn.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
so
right.
Seeing the 2 planets, I mean, you kind of think to be that bright, that's pretty cool.
And to think that the star was probably even brighter than that.
You got to think, because then they have all the light pollution, so it wouldn't have to stand out. Because if you ever get out in the woods, and you see really, honestly, when you get to see the sky light up at night with all this art, man, it's a beautiful thing.
It's you can be kind of near town or in town, and sometimes on a super clear night, you're like, man, there's a lot of stars out. And then you go out to the woods,
Yeah.
where he's like real dark.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, holy
You
cow.
see it, and then
there's
just even the like, especially when you can catch like the edge of like the Milky Way, like that's
Oh
just
yeah,
really cool.
I love that for sure.
And then so you got to think, if that's the kind of skies they were in for this star to have stood out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
it was pretty awesome still
Pretty
to
neat,
see.
though.
So yeah, I wanted to see it. I was excited. I was kind of
We
geeking out.
did see it.
Yeah, we did. We were geeking out. So
That
it was good.
Pre-explosion, but we saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Good times,
It was
man.
definitely good. So
Well, there's a lot of stars out in the sports world.
Uh-oh. You talking about the defending world champion Los Angeles Lakers?
Those are out. Have they started regular season basketball
It starts
yet?
on Christmas, I believe.
Starts on Christmas.
It's on Christmas. And let me just say that the NBA has just stepped up this whole uniform game. It is insane.
Man, I
the
saw
uniforms and courts.
Oh, yeah, they're doing some real cool court
let
graphics.
me tell you,
You know who started
Atlanta,
that?
Who's that?
Oregon, like way back.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
when they did
With
that
Phil,
forest.
that one, the
city-
forest.
Oh,
yeah.
man, that was
You
wild.
know, Oregon's always challenged.
They have
that whole
always
thing.
pushed.
Like,
yes,
I guess
they
all,
have.
like all of a sudden, like you can do
They're just
uniforms that are
pushing
not
the
in your
boundary.
school colors.
Yeah.
Like that was the thing. Like, wait,
I'm on
how are they doing
bold
black and
stuff.
silver? That's not their color.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they did. Like they made their logo. They expanded that whole thing.
Very creative.
And then when that's Phil Knight, you know,
I know.
and then
Still.
and then to like do that when they did the court and made the trees. It was
Yeah.
all really you do that.
Yeah.
But then I think now kudos there. One of the coolest things I saw in the NBA was the Brooklyn Nets when they did the court that looked like asphalt because they wanted to be like playing outside. It's
I
gray.
missed that, but that's
It
cool.
is so cool. It's so cool. And Atlanta, one of the ones I'm excited about. The Atlanta Hawks
Right.
did a Martin Luther King Jr. court for this coming season, and the Hawks logo is made out of stained glass.
Really?
It looks like thing, and it goes around the edge of court. It is
Wow.
amazing. It is amazing. The
I'm gonna
Hawks
have to check that
the,
out.
The MLK court is unreal.
Huh.
It is so cool. So yeah, it's really cool.
The Hawks
was
need
wait,
Dominique to suit up.
well, they got Trey.
Trey Young.
Yeah, don't hate on Trey.
I'm not hating. No, I'm just saying he needs a big man.
Give me some help.
So let's
That's
think
all
about.
I'm
Okay,
saying.
so let's. I just want to say because Lakers had droughts for years. I mean, you had Kobe, but that was it.
They did.
And now LeBron comes, who is now officially a Laker. We embrace him now because he's won us brought us a championship.
Brought you one
Then
back home.
Brought Anthony Davis, what is he, a good forwarder?
Something like that.
Pretty
A guard
much.
forward center. I mean, did you see him the other night against Phoenix preseason? He hit 5 out of 6 threes.
Ain't it?
Justin Holyfield, did you hear that? That he hit 5 out of 6 threes for the world champion Los Angeles Lakers. Justin Holyfield, are you hearing this?
Come in,
Okay.
Pastor Holyfield.
Yeah, so I'm like, and then how they gonna go get better?
I don't know.
Because let me
man.
tell you, that team, man, that's a good team right there, man. I'm impressed with them. I'm all.
They'll probably win again.
Listen, I'm believing they stay free from injury. I think they got a good shot.
So who has Steph got to rally around him?
Well, that's what. So Draymond's not even going to start at the beginning of the season, and then Clay got injured again.
Yeah,
He tore
I
his
know.
Achilles, and
Well, that's why I'm asking
Kelly,
who-
he got Kelly Oubre, right?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
They let girls play in the NBA?
Oh,
first
man.
of all, Hagen,
I mean, that's all I can think of.
ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens. This right now, this what we all gonna have to deal with. We all gonna have to deal with this right here because Hagen is. This is Alabama fans that are just totally excited about the CFP and they know they're number 1 seed. This is what we all have to deal with for the next month. So I get it. So go ahead, Hagen. This is it right here because they get giddy. They get snarky. They know
Well,
this is it.
I mean,
Rightfully so, though, because
Rightfully
Bama
so.
is the 1 seed.
they are
It's the
absolutely.
1 seed.
And
They
which
got to
means
just deal with
they'll
them.
face the number 4 seed.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Oh, yeah.
The
Who
National
is that?
Institute of the Blind. Who are they facing again this year?
Might as well be.
Oh my Lord! Let's talk about Notre Dame making it. Oh, what is that?
Well, there's a big. What is that?
They should have just kept 3 teams in and gave Bama a bye. It would have been more interesting than watching Bama against Notre Dame.
Would have, but we got the whole argument right there with the fact that Ohio State's only played 6 games.
Oh, gracious. I know.
So Notre Dame and Ohio State, that's 2 of the 4, which to me I think is half. Wow, we don't even know what they're doing in there.
All right, so I'm going to say it once. Then I'm going to say it and I'm predicted. Here we go. When it comes to Ohio State, either they're going to get beat bad by Clemson, or you're hearing it here first, Ohio State's going to win it all. Now, calm down, Bama fans.
I'm going to write it down.
Calm down. Here's why I'm saying that, Bama fans, before y'all start throwing and calling me all kind of crazy names. I'm saying that because Ohio State has played basically a preseason and 3 or 4 games.
Warm-up games.
They are just now starting to do this thing that we all know every team needs to do, which is mid-season. They start to, what's that word? They start to do what when they come together? We call it gelling. Yeah. So they're about to actually gel. Then you got Alabama, who has played at this point 11 games. 10 of them in the SEC. Actually, all 11 of them in the SEC. Yeah. And look, I don't care what. There is a toll that it takes on the. Greg Sankey, the commissioner of the SEC, said that he did not think that 8 teams was the answer because he said we got to take into account the physical toll on these athletes. The NFL does not want to add even one more game, a 17th game, because of the physical toll that it takes. All right, then let's take that then. And here Bama has played 11 SEC games.
That's right.
They didn't even get their normal 4 cupcakes they put in there.
That's right.
Citadel. And
Mercer.
Troy. Another one. University of Louisiana Monroe.
Alabama State University.
They get them all in there.
Gosh,
okay?
we are horrible.
Waxahachie State. Bama didn't even.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Bama did not get no dessert this year.
I'll say Bama gets 4 of those usually a year, while Ohio State usually gets about 10, 11 of them a year. So.
Now look, that's not fair with Ohio State. Clemson normally gets.
Okay, yeah, they do.
Clemson
both get their fair share.
Yeah.
Bama got cupcakes.
At least with Clemson, occasionally, once in a blue moon, ACC will produce at least one more opposing foe.
All I know,
Ohio State's just a.
It's bad when Bama fans won't show up to the game. I mean, they're like, no, we ain't going to that. No, we'll go tailgate. We ain't showing up to that game.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, I don't want to pay $70 to go watch them railroad University of Chattanooga 80-0.
You're going to stay there for the first quarter and then head out and be like,
yeah, I mean,
let's go, boys.
Okay, because everybody you want to see is not playing.
No.
We're Dodger Harris. Oh, he on the side, so. Anyway, so it's pretty amazing. But anyway, so I'm just on Notre Dame. We were talking about Notre Dame. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well.
Oh, man. Seriously, who out there is excited about seeing Alabama against Notre Dame?
I just want Alabama to squash them. That's the only thing.
I'm not even excited to watch that game. And then let's just add the excitement of putting it at a neutral site, even though it's at the Mecca. At the Mecca of stadiums.
Yep.
Okay? It's in Arlington.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Where's the other one at?
Where's the other one at?
New Orleans?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's in New Orleans because the championship's in Florida.
Okay.
I think the others in New Orleans. And so you're going to go to the Mecca and you're going to put that there. So I'm just going.
Just a little disrespectful.
I'm just tired again. I'm tired of neutral site games in the college football playoff. I would be a little more excited, even in COVID, to have Notre Dame go to Tuscaloosa.
Oh, I would be there.
Oh yeah, me
Just
too.
Now that excites me just to see what that would do.
I'd double up on my mask.
I mean,
sit and watch that one.
I mean, it would be to have Notre Dame have to go to Tuscaloosa because if I'm correct, Anytime, the last time they made it in Alabama, who beat them in the national championship? Didn't Alabama beat them once that year with the with Manti Te'o?
Yeah, they beat them like 42-13 or something.
I mean, it was bad, but that's a neutral site. To have Notre Dame go to Tuscaloosa and play, or to have Alabama go all up in touchdown Jesus to play.
I know.
I'd watch that, but to have them play at a neutral site, nah, that's okay. That's okay. That's all right.
Well.
So anyway, that's that one.
I'll take the W.
Clemson, Ohio State.
Any way we can get it.
Exactly.
Clemson, Ohio State. There you go.
A little more excitement in that game.
More excitement.
That's a rematch, isn't it?
That is a rematch.
Okay.
And then it gets down to it. If it's Bama, Clemson again, I don't know.
It's not. I'm just nervous about them. Like,
I'm saying them orange.
Our team's great.
Them orange britches do something to Bama.
I mean, I don't look. We
them
know who
orange
I root
britches
for,
be doing something.
but I'm gonna say, I think
we don't know who you root for.
No, I said you know who I root. My team, Georgia Bulldogs.
Oh, Georgia. I thought
but
you were okay.
In regards to Alabama playing Clemson or Ohio State, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm pulling for the conference, obviously, but I mean, did they like put their fourth string in against Florida the other night? Because they only beat them by 6 points.
They played the starters the whole way.
Okay.
I feel like whoever it is, though, we're just going to have to outscore them because our defense just ain't.
Because I was a little upset to see that.
Ain't it, man.
William Frazier said, I'm just tired of Notre Dame getting beat like an old... listen, tell me. We are all there. We are all about that because it's rough. Like, it's... Anyway, I'm not excited about that at all. Now, I'm not saying I'd necessarily be any more excited about Texas A&M. I don't really know what to do. This is why, again, I think you have to expand this thing because I'm not excited. I'm not any more excited about Texas A&M against Bama again because we saw what Alabama already did to that behind this season.
Yep.
And then, so I'm not saying I'd be any more excited. I'd be, the only thing that would excite me about Bama is Missouri, and we know they didn't make it.
Right there with you.
Okay, so Missouri, Bama, hey, I'd be there for that.
Although we only got 2 losses, and Florida has 3, and they're ahead of us. But whatever.
First of all, William, you can be quiet. We did. That was our charity contribution to the conference. So. They did lose to that. But we beat LSU. Thank you very much.
That's right.
Thank you very much. So don't start. Don't start none. Missouri. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Zoo.
Did y'all beat LSU this year too, didn't you?
We didn't play them. I mean, we didn't even get to finish out our season. We were supposed to play Vanderbilt this weekend. They didn't have enough players to fill the roster. So we only played 9 games this year.
Let's be honest, Vanderbilt does not have a football program.
I'm just saying.
But it's a great school.
It's a great school.
And anybody from Vanderbilt listening and want to offer a scholarship.
I was just telling you
offering a scholarship to my son, Samuel Hill. Feel right ahead because we sure would come and I would wear them. I'd be a vandal in a second. Okay, anchor double down. Okay, right. Anchor down.
Yes,
okay, anchor Vanderbilt.
Down.
I'd almost had to trade out my Mizzou gear, but I wouldn't. But I come close. I had to be double.
It kind of. Well, no, I was gonna say kind of some shades there.
But they had the nerve to fire their coach.
I mean, I don't know. So did Auburn. I don't know. You know how it
You
is.
heard that whole Auburn mess going on, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, listen, because everybody knows Auburn does not. The president of athletic did not make that decision. They thought that is a booster's decision.
100%.
And they don't. They want what's his face.
That's what I was gonna say.
Kevin Steele.
Kevin Steele.
Want him.
Really?
But let me tell you. Everybody knows who the coach should be.
Sarkisian.
No. I know. Oh yeah.
You know he was supposed to have an interview, and when he heard all this mess going on.
Yeah,
Well,
he
see,
said
that's-
no,
we
because no one's
talked
do
about
that. But you know who they need to bring in? Who would cause a?
I know you're talking about.
The rumbling that we heard here in downtown.
You talking
it would
about-
happen in the SEC if they hired
Who is it?
Hugh Freeze.
Oh,
I thought you were talking
sure.
about Brent Venables, but
No, Brett, no.
he ain't leaving Clemson. But I'm saying he'd
First
be a
of
good
all,
hire.
No.
well, what they was talking about that
I
one guy
don't
from
believe
Iowa State?
Oh Lord. I don't.
No, I mean, I don't care.
believe that Brett Venables, Brett Venables is an amazing defensive coordinator. We all know not all of them become great head coaches. Georgia,
yeah.
Tennessee.
Look.
Georgia.
That is just, gosh almighty, I hate you right now.
Just because you're a good defensive coordinator don't mean you're going to be a good head coach. So Brett Venables.
Hang on. I gotta chime in real quick. Like, I never said that Kirby was like the best head coach ever. I knew he was going to be a good recruiter and a great motivator, but he is yet to fulfill it. I mean, he's got a long ways to go, in my opinion.
Yep.
I want to leave it at that.
Makes sense.
Now, you're going to have to leave it at that because it's left there for the rest of us, too.
Well, I mean,
Does he have a better record than Mark Richt at the same time in both their careers?
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does either.
The only thing he's got above Rick right now is he got us to the Natty Championship.
And he got beat by Alabama probably more
He
times
got
than
beat by
Rick.
one play. And I know, but I'm just saying that's it. I thought Mark Rick was, one play, it's game over.
Oh. That was the national championship, but then they played him in the SEC championship the next year, didn't they?
I think.
And led in that one.
Oh, well, of course. Man, we ain't talking about
Oh,
this.
okay. I'm sorry.
Man, I'm just
we were talking
saying.
about defense. Okay, so this is why I'm not ready to go on like the whole Brett Venables. I think it's a good name. I think people get excited, but we don't know what he's like as a head coach. The man can't even stay on the sidelines. They got somebody has to pull him back on the sidelines.
They got pocket boy.
Right. So pull him back on the sideline. But Hugh Freeze, everyone that's in the SEC knows if Hugh Freeze goes to Alabama, that sends shockwaves through the SEC.
And Hugh Freeze knows all the tricks on how to recruit.
Hugh Freeze would absolutely be a massive hire for Alabama.
Auburn.
For Alabama?
Auburn, sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well,
Hey.
Nick Auburn. You know what Nick does?
That's my next question.
What's the name? Who's the former?
Butch Jones?
No, the one they just fired from Clemson. I mean, sorry, from Auburn.
Gus Malzahn?
You know what his next job is?
What?
Special advisor to Alabama. That's what Nick Saban does. He picks them all as soon as you fire.
Gosh.
If I'm Gus Malzahn, I'm rolling around in $21 million $1 bills for a few years. I'm just gonna hang out.
If I'm
Probably will.
If I'm
Maybe
Gus
do a little
Malzahn, I'm rolling
commentating
around.
like
I'm
the
rolling
former
around.
Auburn coach did.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
rolling
a
around
joke.
in 21 million bills, and then letting Nick pay me too, just to be on the sideline.
I mean,
And wear the Alabama
why not make
jacket.
a little side hustle while I'm at it?
I might as well do a little book tour.
I mean,
Winnie Marine.
realistically, how many more years do you think Saban's going to be at Alabama?
5, 6, maybe.
How old is he? 65?
No, he's older than that, ain't he? I thought he was
How old
older
is
than
Nick
that.
Saban?
Yeah, if
Somebody
anybody
should
in here,
look. Hey, you're gonna lose your Alabama credits. You're supposed to know
74. No, he is 69.
Okay,
this. This
I thought
is
it was
your
right. Okay.
60. Oh, 60. He's 70 years
69,
old.
yeah.
70
So I
years
figured.
old, man.
How old
He's
was
better
Joe
be
Pa when
prepping
he
somebody.
retired?
Oh, Joe Pa was like 90.
Joe Pa. Now, see, that's a good one. Look that one up. How old was Joe Paterno?
Let me guess.
And Joe Pa was scared.
83.
He was in his 80s.
He's 85 now.
Oh,
no.
shoot.
Oh, he
Now-
died in
now-
2012.
Yes.
I didn't.
Again.
I just forgot. So when did he stop coaching? I mean, I don't keep up with Penn State.
It wasn't. It was shortly before he died.
46 seasons.
Yeah, it was shortly before he died. It was one of the things that he was really,
Okay,
he was
so he
really scared
retired.
of.
He
Yeah.
retired in 2011, so he was about 84. So yeah.
Yeah, he was.
That's
He,
what I
that's one of the
said.
things he
I
said he
said
was
83.
scared of, that once he retired that it'd be.
They killed him.
Yeah, it really did. That was one of the sad stories. But yeah, it was. Yeah, when you start looking at 69, I mean, Saban can coach for a while. And
He ain't mad. He's looking rough.
He's aged the last few years, like for real.
It's
I've noticed
coming,
that.
man. It's gonna be sad. I hate it too.
well, I mean, that mean Alabama's going to decline. I mean, they keep
It
Sarkisian.
does too,
Yeah.
man.
They
Come
keep
on.
If they keep Sarkisian, I don't think they're worried about it. He's been the one that stuck it out.
He's gonna go.
I mean, if I
I
hear,
think he will, too,
if I
but
listen,
I
if I
wish he
listen,
wouldn't.
no, I don't think he will. I mean, I think he's got an offer if they make him the coaching waiting offer, and he makes more as an assistant than as a head coach,
No,
and
I'm
without
just
the
kidding.
stress.
True.
Why
Didn't they
not?
offer him like $3.5 million today or something to be their offensive coordinator?
Please, I do if I have that.
I
Yeah.
would too.
I mean, of course, they go get what they gonna get. I mean, I'm not like him, so.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. I mean, you see, but no, I think he'll stay. I think he's had his. I think he went to the NFL. He came back. I think Alabama could be a real place for him, and I think if Saban endorses him, he can ride it out
Yeah.
without the stress.
I don't know, man.
I remember a lot of people talking about whenever Saban retires, Dabo would come take the
Oh,
job.
Lord. If I hear
Dabo
one
ain't leaving
more,
Clemson, man.
if one more Bama fan
Here
call
he is.
up asking Paul, hey Paul, hey, thanks for taking my call, Paul. I wanted to ask, what do you think chances when Saban retires? You think Dabo's coming? I mean, come on, Paul, tell me what you really think, because I think Dabo would want. And Paul Feiman goes, absolutely no chance that he comes in there. I mean, they said every time. They said every
Dude,
time.
he's built his own empire over there.
Man, has he?
Why would he leave that
He's not.
to come?
I don't think
to
I don't
coach
think he do.
after Nick Saban. When who
No,
you
yeah,
get
for
who will
real.
you get compared to? No matter what you do.
Yeah.
Always.
You win 3 national. Saban won 4.
That's right.
You win 4. Saban had a tougher schedule. You win 5.
Absolutely.
You win 5. You won it with Saban with all these facilities.
Yeah.
You win
Yeah,
6. They're all pleased. Saban's got a statue in front. I mean, it'd be over.
It's always
Dude,
something.
he's set, man. Like he's got it going on out there, over there.
He
I
does.
think. I mean,
come on. They love him.
They
It's
do.
amazing.
Ooh, did y'all see where he, in his coaches poll, he had Ohio State at 11? Did you see that?
That was vicious.
Yeah.
But he's good.
I think
But
that's a good place.
I don't think he's wrong.
No.
Necessarily. A lot of people might disagree, but I mean,
well, I think they're wrong because they didn't play.
well, yeah.
That's, yeah. Which I mean,
So
that accounts for
who
a
do you have
lot.
his 4 then? Did he have Texas
It
A&M?
was Bama, Clemson, A&M, Notre Dame. That was his top 4.
Bama,
Clemson. A&M, Notre Dame.
Oh.
At 3.
Pretty sure that was his top 4.
So you still have Bama against Notre Dame, but you have Clemson against A&M.
Yeah.
I want to see Clemson against A&M, but I don't know if it'd be any better.
They played each other, 2 years ago? And it was a pretty good game, I thought. If I remember right. But, again, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, it's real stuff
difficult.
there. So I don't know.
Well,
But, yeah, anyways.
we'll
So
see
are
what
you
happens.
excited about? I mean, I'm more excited about the other games in the semifinals. Just being very honest.
I'm gonna watch, man, but I it's been hard for me, just because of what we did. I can't. I'm just pulling for the conference.
Georgia didn't have the
we
season
kinda
you
crapped
thought they were
that.
gonna have.
Yeah.
Speaking of, all right, the New Year's 6 games, though, that y'all talking about?
Yeah.
I looked at it yesterday, and you want to talk about just strength of schedule and how good everybody is? There are 5 SEC teams in the New Year's 6 Bowl.
Well,
There are no other Big Ten teams except Ohio State.
that's ridiculous.
And then there's,
Is there any other all
that's-
Clemson conference teams?
North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, well, you gotta
yeah,
put them
yeah.
in. Yeah.
But that was
You
it.
got to put them in for uniforms and nothing else.
And
Go
then the
ahead.
Big 12 had, I think, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And
Yeah.
then maybe Iowa State.
Was
I'm
there a
not sure.
pack? No, Oregon got in, didn't they?
Oregon.
They got
But
in.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it was
what 25th or something.
Yeah.
Like that?
But they
but
won
they
their
still made us-
championship.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oregon's
I'm saying-
Pac-12 champion.
No, I know, but you
That
would
was
think
the-
they'd be a little higher ranked. Is what I'm saying.
Well, actually, they weren't supposed to be in the Pac-12 championship.
Yeah,
It
they
was
took
supposed to be
Washington's
Washington.
place.
Washington
Yeah,
had to,
that's
but
right,
then they
that's right.
beat USC, which was a bummer because I think USC
That's
had a great
right.
season.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great to see them, but yeah, Oregon's gonna be in there, so at least you know they're gonna be uniforms gonna be amazing.
Fire.
Yep. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's the point I was making. Is like there's 5 SEC teams, and the next closest is
I know
the
who we
ACC's
get to
3.
So
play.
who's Cincinnati playing?
Georgia.
Yeah.
You did know that.
That's the only
Okay.
one I knew.
Okay, all right.
In the Peach Bowl.
Hey, Georgia's been playing good football at the end of the season.
Well, we got a
I like that
we got a
quarterback.
human being. I should watch out.
Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry, Hobbit. Look, man, you got a
You
good arm.
leave him
You got a strong
alone.
arm to be a Hobbit, man. That's
Look,
good. That's
you
good
are
to be
saying
a
that
little man
by
and throw it
starting that
hard.
whole thing up with
But
Georgia and quarterbacks.
When you can't throw it
Who
over
did
the
Georgia have
offensive
last
line,
year at
look,
quarterback?
I know you look out there and
Who
you're
they
like,
have?
Drew Brees can do it. I can do
Justin?
it too.
What the
But
boy
you
name?
can't.
Justin Fields.
So no, he's been gone. now. And they dropped that
How many years?
mess.
How many years was that?
Like 2 years ago, and I quit playing.
But he was wearing a Georgia uniform, wasn't
That's
he?
right.
Y'all had him right there.
I know that.
One of the ones gonna be playing in the semifinals.
That's another
right
reason
there in
why I
Georgia.
got questions with Kirby Smart. Like, what are you doing? You're criminally misusing players like that. You could be playing for you right now. But no.
But defense coordinator is gonna make great head coaches.
I didn't look. Whatever, dude.
Hey, did y'all see where the Jets won and everybody's talking about Justin Fields may end up with the Jets because they don't get the number one pick.
Right, because Trevor Lawrence, because Jacksonville has the number one pick.
So they're talking about Lawrence might go to the Jags and then Justin Fields to the Jets.
Man, take him on now. I'm so tired of seeing Justin Fields.
I wonder. I don't know if he's going second.
I don't know.
I wonder if he's gonna go second because there's a couple other ones that.
Oh, he's good.
That has some prospects.
He's good.
I think he's good too.
I don't know.
I wonder what would they do with Darnold though if they get
Darnold. I think he's gonna be a free agent. So they're talking about crazy. Here's what the scary part. They're talking Darnold maybe ending up in New England.
Well, New England needs somebody. I mean, they got nobody up there right now.
Yeah, Cam's kind of been underwhelming.
How's Stidham? Has he played Stidham very much?
They put him in 2 times, like when they were losing, like Cam wasn't really producing. They put him in twice, but I mean, he ain't done much either.
I like Jared Stidham, but yeah,
put somebody in that can play and see what happens. Jalen Hurts.
Oh,
dude, I know they lost yesterday, but I'm loving him in Philly right now.
Oklahoma's putting out some quarterbacks.
I'm telling you, for real.
Kyler Murray, Justin Hurts, Jalen Hurts. I mean, goodness, them Oklahoma quarterbacks are doing amazing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
when they get to Oklahoma, something happened to their whole career.
Baker Mayfield,
even he's
Baker Mayfield.
Good.
Yeah,
Browns
better.
Oklahoma,
great season.
That's all I'm saying.
For them. I know, dude. I was like, get after it, bud.
Now Jalen, he didn't win the Heisman at Oklahoma.
No, but Burrow won it that year.
Yeah,
ain't nobody was beating him.
Yeah, that was
he was in the conversation.
He got caught in the whole hurricane. That was it. He got caught in the hurricane. That was it. So that was a given.
Well, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. This is when it gets exciting.
Well, I think some people are upset because, too, remember the big part about college football is the gambling part, too, for people.
For me.
The industry.
Oh, yeah.
And so, they're like, the Alabama-Notre Dame game.
Big money. Put it on Notre Dame if you want to win some money. Well, just think.
I think you got a better chance playing the lottery.
You probably do. I'm just saying, what if it happens, man?
I wouldn't put $2. Like, nope.
Oh, $2. Let's put $2.
No.
Let's just see what happens.
No, I won't.
What would your over be on that one?
I have no idea. I mean,
I don't even understand that stuff. Do you?
Do what?
Not exactly.
The over under. I'm like, so they don't just
I've
bet on
been
win
trying
lose.
to learn because so many of my friends, when they talk about it, that's the questions they ask, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
what? It's like what spread and then the over
something like that. It's like usually the over under. I think, and this might be wrong. So if you're in the comments, let me know. But I think the over under is usually like you bet on how many points a certain team will either win or lose by.
Yeah.
So usually that's a pretty low spread. But then you can just pick the over, which is usually like 24.
Like the combined like points that they'll score.
Yeah. So it's different. Different ones for different things.
I can't do that. I'm just like, it's more than win loss. I'm out.
Yeah. That's all I know.
I'm not very good at that part.
Who do I bet to win?
So, but yeah, so I so you have I wouldn't that one. Now the Clemson game, that's one that they'll probably make some.
Yeah.
And then the championship game, but
Well, what was the coolest thing you saw this past weekend other than Timeless Christmas?
That I saw? What was the coolest thing I saw this weekend?
You got one?
I feel like you have an answer.
Yeah,
that's an oddly specific question.
What did you see?
Okay, so I got to see Tiger Woods play 2 rounds exhibition tournament with his son, his 11-year-old son.
Like on TV. You
on
didn't go.
TV.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't go. I think it was in the Bahamas or something.
Charlie
Woods, 11 years old. It was just, I mean, he has his dad's mannerisms. Like, it's incredible.
Like they even like the club twirl and everything.
The twirl,
the fist pump.
The fist pump, it just lit the golf community up. They were like, yes, he fist pumps. And, I mean, can play.
Yeah.
A great
there
little
were some
junior
other young ones
golfer.
on there though. There were some 13-year-olds that
Absolutely.
were killing
Yeah,
it too.
I mean,
the guy that won, doing him and his son, he was 13.
No, I think the team that won was JT, Justin Thomas, and his dad. And
Okay.
Justin's
Okay.
in
What
his
was
20s,
that, by the
whatever.
way? Like I saw
It's
a bunch
the
of stuff about it. But was
PNC
it like
father-son shootout
okay.
or exhibition thing they do.
Is it just father son?
Well, I think in years past it's probably, I think there's been like some girls with like if their dad were tour pros or something like that. But so a lot of tour pros and their sons, John Daly Jr. I think, and so he can smash. But it was really, I mean, for me, because growing up, Tiger Woods was like, he revolutionized the game single-handedly. He really did. So, you know, I'm a big Tiger Woods fan in the sport of golf. So just seeing it come full circle, and now his son's out there, and you know, just so many things that were like him.
Yeah.
And not to mention that, you know, Tiger Woods started playing golf when he was like 1. So he had a very early introduction to the world when his dad and all that good stuff. So it was really cool to see. And Charlie was ripping it, man.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, he looked just like his dad and swinging everything.
It was awesome. So that was mine. I thought that was pretty neat. I'm a golfer.
So the question
Hagen's
was,
a golfer
Hagen's
too.
a
Dude.
golfer.
I mean, Lord, I don't. As far as like coolest thing I've seen, I mean, I don't know. Just we were talking about a second ago. As a Bama fan, I love seeing Jalen Hurts be successful in the league, and then I watched Tua get to beat Cam
That
Newton.
too. Yeah.
Bama over Auburn again,
Set
baby.
him out.
I love
Set
it.
him out, man.
So I mean, I just love seeing.
So
the
that's
boys
a true Bama fan there.
Very good.
True Bama fan. I'm trying to think what I saw that. This thing I saw.
Read. I don't know.
Goodness.
There's a lot going on.
Saw my daughter this weekend. I mean, just
Absolutely kill it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she
always does.
She did a great job. I mean, just as a communicator, it just or sometimes I had to stare. I was like, "That's my daughter."
Yeah.
That's my daughter right there. And she
It's
just
a proud moment.
just so incredibly confident and just strong. It's just does those are just dad things, but that just totally just
Absolutely.
you just sit there. There's things
That's
I
great.
remember.
That's awesome.
When she was a baby, like I remember holding her and I remember looking at her thinking, what is she gonna look like when she gets older? Like what is she gonna be like? And then somehow time flies and now she's 15.
Yeah.
And you see her like, holy cow, like man, and she's just she just memorized it. She delivered. She just memorized like she owned it. Like she's memorizing it. It's such a good job. Becky gave her obviously having great material like Becky gave her to work with was key, but man, that was great to see. So that was one. Just being very honest, in the year that we've had and the things that we've had to deal with in light of pandemics, elections, and news media,
natural disasters,
to look up and see our worship team and our tech team tonight, and just see the diversity amongst that, and see the cause of that was Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That we weren't uniting behind anybody's campaign or anything. It was just like Christ can bring bring people together. That was pretty special. I never want to take that for granted. It was really, I had a great view. I took a picture before one of the services, and it was dark, and I just got to see everybody center, and everybody just kind of, there's the picture I have. It just looks like everybody's just this kind of army. It's really like, it looks like they're like heading into battle. It's the coolest thing. Almost, it's very kind of Star Wars, because like the ornament lights are on, but nothing else, and so you kind of like lights everybody's silhouette.
Yeah,
it's kind of the coolest thing. It's one of my. It's really a cool picture, and so
we had a lot of fun in
cool
that group
things that I saw. I know it's pretty cheesy, but that's what I saw. So
I
loved
good.
It. I thought it was pretty
It
cool.
Was. I know, just being a part was awesome, and singing with all you awesome people. We had a great time. So
it was pretty crazy.
I mean, on that note, though, I do want to say this before we go, because this is the last podcast, by the way, for 2020. We're going to enjoy the holidays and the Christmas season with our families, and hope you all do the same. And we're going to be back better than ever for season 2, 2021. I'm telling you, you are going to love some of the things we have planned. And I was also going to say this, that if you thought Agape Church was and is, and it was, incredible in 2020,
You ain't seen
Tell
nothing
him.
yet.
Tell him.
Ain't seen nothing yet.
You ain't seen nothing yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, we got some cool stuff happening. We got
Little
this week obviously we're doing a couple online services just give our honor our serve team and still connect with our members that are online still. So we got tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. Wednesday. Wednesday is the Christmas candlelight service. So really excited about that. And then the 27th is the year-end service. One service, 10 o'clock, and that's online as well. The year-end service, we're kind of giving my year-end just kind of message about just what I learned in 2020, some things I saw, what I see us going forward with. And so anyway, it was just got to share my heart there. And Brad got to be there for that kind of.
You don't want to miss it. I assure you. You do not want to.
It was
I tell you, it's gonna escort us right into 2021 on a fantastic note.
Well, I appreciate it.
It really
Thank you,
will.
goodness.
So with that, I mean, we're pretty much wrapped up, guys.
Is that it?
That's pretty much.
We got
it.
some things coming again. I hope everybody please stay safe. We're continuing to pray for safety. Again, some of the first rounds of vaccinations are happening. Actually, some of the people we just worked with. Actually, apparently, Dr. Sparks. Is gonna get. I guess. Is it gonna be on? Did you hear about that?
I checked in with someone else just to kind of see how the rollout went and how it was, received, and very well. Yeah. And they mentioned Dr. Sparks was
gonna do a live vaccination.
Televised vaccination.
Yeah. So that's gonna be there. So anyway, first rounds of that. Just saying those that are, most vulnerable are able to get some of this first round of that as well. Apparently
on the first
apparently got some stimulus checks coming. So I hope you filed your taxes, or you ain't got no check coming. So and when you get it, remember to tithe. Remember, bless the Lord.
Amen.
Be generous.
It's almost as if Miss Bonnie is in the room. Because that is the first thing she'd tell her baby boy. Don't forget to tithe.
Don't forget to tithe.
Don't you do that.
Hey, the blessings of obedience.
That's right.
That's right. Hey, whatever way, be generous. I'm praying, that people would be over the next days and weeks, that you continue to be generous to those people. I mean, there's a lot of needs, and there's a lot of needs this year. Mm-hmm. And so just encouraging you to do that. We had a kind of a friend of the ministry. I know he used to actually be the manager at Ceasefire here in Laurel, Trey Upchurch. His whole family lost their home in a fire 2 days ago.
Oh man!
So it's
a lot of tough stuff. Yeah, still challenges all the time.
A lot of needs. A lot of needs that we've been hearing about as well. So, but yeah, it's been a blessing to be a blessing. So.
It has, absolutely. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Remember to find us on all your podcasting platforms, also on YouTube. I'm a little behind. I'm going to catch up this week, though, so you can spend all your Christmas break binge watching the amazing Brad and James podcast. There's some great episodes back there in the past. Look, you go back and watch them and just treat yourself. It's a lot of fun. You will enjoy that. And we will see you guys next year.
See ya.